Here are 5 title documents you must ask for before buying property in Africa. Have you ever sent money to buy land or property back home in Africa, only to later discover someone else owned it or that the government had already taken over the area? You're not alone. Every year, foreign investors and Africans in the diaspora lose millions of dollars in avoidable real estate scams because they didn't ask for the right title documents. If you're listening right now, you're probably considering investing in land or property somewhere in Africa, whether that's Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, Gambia, Tanzania, or elsewhere. Before you transfer a single dollar, before you trust any agent, developer, or even a family member, there are 5 title documents you must demand. Without them, you may be buying stress, not land. My name is Sweet Lally and welcome to my channel, Africa Real Estate Insider with Sweet Lally. I help diasporans and international investors buy property in Africa safely, legally, and without losing money. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 title documents you should always request and verify before paying for any property. I'll also share real-life stories to show why these documents matter. Let's get into it. Document number 1, Certificate of Occupancy or its equivalent. The first and most important document is the Certificate of Occupancy, often called the C of O or its equivalent in other countries. In Nigeria, it's the C of O. In Ghana, you might see freehold, leasehold, or land title certificate. In Kenya, it's called the title deed. In Tanzania, it's called Certificate of Title. And in South Africa, it's issued through the Deeds Registry. So why is this document so important? It proves that the government has legally recognized the land and granted the right to own or occupy it. It tells you that the land is not under acquisition and that the person selling this land is recognized as its legal owner. Here's a quick story. There was a man living in Canada. He paid for land in Ogun State, Nigeria, and the seller gave him a receipt, also a survey plan, but there was no certificate of occupancy. 2 years down the line, the government decided to demolish every single property in that area. The land had belonged to the government all along, and there was no compensation. His money was gone. If a property doesn't have a title yet, ask whether it's undergoing excision, Gazette processing, or consent from the government or relevant authority. Document number 2, Deed of Assignment or Conveyance. The second document you must request is the Deed of Assignment or Deed of Conveyance, depending on what it's called in that country. This document shows the legal transfer of ownership from the current owner to the buyer. It normally includes the name of both parties, the property description, the location, the terms of sale, signatures, and witnesses. This protects you in case there is any disputes in the future. So here's an example. A woman in the UK paid for a duplex in Lagos State. She received a deed of assignment, but it still carried the name of another buyer from years before. And she didn't notice. the developer had sold the same property 3 separate times. Now, without verification, she just walked into a legal disaster. Always ensure your name is clearly stated and that a licensed real estate lawyer reviews the documents. Document number 3, survey plan. The third document is the survey plan. This shows the boundaries of the land, the coordinates, the size, and the designated land use, whether it's residential, agricultural, commercial, or under government acquisition. A survey plan helps you verify that the land actually exists, the location matches what the seller claims, and the land is not inside a restricted or acquired area. In most countries, you can run a land search at the Ministry of Lands or Lands Commission using the survey number. Here's what to watch out for. Some sellers give you photocopies without stamps or seals. Others show old or altered plans. If someone refuses to show you a survey plan or claims that they will give it to you after payment, that's a red flag. Always verify before making payment. Period. Document number 4, sales agreement or purchase receipt. Up next is the sales agreement or purchase receipt. This isn't just a receipt, it's a legal binding document that shows you have entered into an agreement to buy that property. It should include the following: your full name, the full name of the seller, the exact location and description of the property, the total amount paid, payment structure and date, signatures of both parties, and a witness or lawyer's signature. For diaspora buyers, this is especially important. You're not physically present, so you need proof that money exchanged hands and what it covered. If a dispute comes up in the future, this document speaks louder than phone conversations and trust. And the final document, that's document number 5. Gazette, governor's consent, or consent letter. Depending on the country, you may need one of the following to finalize your ownership: Gazette, governor's consent, consent letter from the Lands Commission, or registered title deed. This document confirms that the government is aware of the land and recognizes its legal status. Without it, a property can be revoked, reallocated, or even taken over without compensation. This is especially important for land that was once part of a larger tract or family land. Even if you have a deed, ownership isn't complete without government acknowledgement. Warning: never rely on one document. A lot of investors make the mistake of trusting one document, especially receipts or pictures or even word of mouth. Hey, don't do that. Before you pay, request copies of all relevant documents. Let a licensed lawyer verify them. Conduct a search at the land registry. Confirm that the seller is the rightful owner, whether it's a company or an individual. When you're abroad, assumptions can be expensive. So now, if you need help verifying documents, reviewing contracts, checking land status, or connecting with trusted developers in any African country, you can reach out directly. Whether you're buying land, a house, or an off-plan project, It's always cheaper to verify than to recover money after a scam. Feel free to contact me through my email sweetlali2021@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to support you. If this episode gave you clarity, don't just keep it to yourself. Share it with someone in the diaspora or abroad who's thinking about investing back home. And hit that subscribe button. Like, share, and comment so you don't miss the next episode. This is Africa Real Estate Insider with your girl, Sweet Lali, reminding you that I am here to connect you back home, one property at a time. Until the next episode, your roots are calling. Invest wisely.